Hello there, vinyl community. With this video, I'd like to be showing my collection of the different copies I have of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Beatle Vinyl 85 made a video, hopefully you guys have seen it. It's a two-part video of his Sgt. Pepper collection, and I figured I'd jump on that and show my different copies of Sgt. Pepper. I also have a CD of it to show. So I'm going in order of which they were released, like, you know, the different pressings and stuff. So there's been a lot of this plastic, so if you don't like that sound, I'm really sorry. But here's my UK stereo first pressing. I don't have a mono first pressing yet of the UK release, but this one has like a weird error to where, like, I guess while they're printing it, it's smudged on some of the lyrics. Hopefully you can see that. Really weird. Haven't seen other copies like it. With the flaps inside the gatefold. The spine on it is but it can be worse. Original cutouts are pretty nice. I finally managed to find a better cutout because the other cutouts I had the mustache taken. The guy that I bought it from said it had the original inner. He just kind of threw in a US inner sleeve that was cut to look like the UK one, so that's really kind of poor on his end. But I did get this for a really good price, so I'm not complaining. Here's the disc. The disc is pretty nice. I play it, and this is my main go-to play copy besides the other one I'm going to show next, but this is just, it plays extremely well, and you have no idea how much I wish this was in mono. I love the mono mix of Sgt. Pepper, but that's okay for right now because I'm still holding out on getting a mono original. Here's the next copy I have. It's a US original mono copy. I got this from the original owner. When I got it, he bragged about how when he first got the he put out a joint on it, and I kind of wish he didn't do it because it looks really bad, but still, it's a pretty solid cover taken that, you know, not a lot of ring wear, has very minor wear, but it's really a nice cover. It really is, you know. But this one is complete. It has the original nice inner sleeve. Original disc is pretty nice. And, of course, can't have Sgt. Pepper without the original cutouts. So, really cool. To have that complete. This next one, I don't remember if it's complete, but this is another one I got from the original owner. I swapped the discs because his disc was, I'm going to show it in the next cover, and it's totally unplayable. It is just completely beat. But this one, if it didn't have all these tears and stuff on it that he did, because he got this when he was like, I guess like 11, then this would be a really, really nice cover, because there's no seam splits, barely any ring wear at all, and like, I wish that he didn't, you know, mess up the cover so much when he was younger, but you can always upgrade the cover. Has the cutouts, which are kind of flimsy in this one, and has the original red to pink to white inner sleeve. This disc is a lot better, but it's still pretty beat, and yeah, the side A label's pretty off-center, but still a nice copy to have. This is the really beat up one I'm talking about. I only saved this cover because I'm gonna frame just the front, even though the front cover is still pretty beat. Like, there's a huge tear in the back. Gatefold. I originally had this just on display to where you could see the gatefold. The deal with this cover is I ordered a German White Album online, and for packaging, instead of using cardboard, the dude cut the gatefold in half and then just kind of taped it on both sides so that the record wouldn't get damaged. This was the disc that was inside the other record, and this is totally unplayable. I just look at the grooves turning white because of how beat it is. Like, it looks like it would play, you know, at least somewhat decent, but no, this thing is unplayable. There's so many skips, so many it's unplayable. I just kind of keep it, you know, because I want to have it as a wall hanger at some point. This is one I found in a dollar bin. I don't know why I still have it. I was going to sell it with my last batch of records that I sold off. It's a 71 Apple issue, but it has a lot of water damage. But the gatefold is surprisingly okay, so maybe I could display this gatefold and sell the other one. How's the disc on this? Disc isn't too bad. Apple label. This is like a 1971 pressing, I believe. Still a pretty early issue of it. This next one is a Japanese copy from the Flag series. 1976, missing the obi, but it has all the other inserts. Thick kind of cover, if I can get it open. Has the let me show first whatever's in here first. Has the insert, lyric sheet with pictures, nice stuff. Then here's the disc. Looks unplayed, you know, plays really nice too. And here is the cutouts, which are pretty dark. Yeah, but not complaining because it's really cool Japanese pressing. Just putting the sleeves aside at this point. This is a picture disc copy I have of it. I got this a few years ago. The original plastic inner sleeve that it had was like just ripped and torn because the plastic over time had become really, really fragile. So I put in a new one, and it's kind of like the same construction that the old one would have been with the black plastic. And this for a picture disc sounds surprisingly good. Like, it sounds really good for a picture disc. And it had the hype sticker inside, and you could see where the sleeve was folded up and bunched up, which is probably why it became so, you know, fragile to begin with. And in case I didn't show the back or the spine or anything, really nice, almost near mint. This is a hard to find one right here, and I got this a few years ago for like 25 bucks, probably a year ago at this point. This is a Canadian marbled vinyl pressing of Sgt Pepper. They did this only in Canada. You can see the spine, litho in Canada. It has a US insert for some reason. I honestly think it's the insert to an original for how yellowed it is. And also, you know, my other copy, the later one, the insert is a lot more, not as flimsy, you know. Let me show the disc now, because the disc is what a lot of people want to see on this, and it's just a beautiful disc, and it sounds great too. Purple capital label on this just stunning vinyl. It's beautiful. Really cool. The next two I'm going to show are from my two different blue boxes. The first one came from a 1981 issue of the blue box, and the second one came from an 85 or 86. I don't remember. I'll just look at the sleeve and check. This is the 81 blue box press. Kind of ironic, it was made December of 1980, the same month and year Lenin was assassinated. Both of these discs are like mint, you know, look unplayed. And these are also my main go-to play copies, because now whenever I want to listen to a Beatles album, I don't bother going to the original, I just go to my blue box. Has the original cutout and original sleeve, but I didn't keep them in the sleeve because I don't want them to tear, and also I don't want it getting scratched up. I've been using some polyline sleeves for these. And here's the, give me a second to get the year, November 1985 copy. That's the sleeve. It has cutouts which are really glossy. The other one I have is just flat. Another one that's just mint. The final record I showed before I go on to the CD is like my prized possession, Sgt Pepper. This was limited to 5,000 copies, and it is a extremely rare. It goes for a lot of money, and I got it for a really good price. January 8th, the day after my birthday. This is the ultra high quality recording issue of Sgt Pepper UHQR by Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. I got this for cheap because it's missing the COA, but it has everything else in here. So it's a box set. You take off the box and you get thick piece of styrofoam. You get your technical specifications manual, which just tells you about how they do like the channel separation and the stereo and stuff like that. And here, and in a little envelope, I have the registration certificate. This hasn't even been registered yet. You put that down. And then, of course, you get to the record, and then another piece of foam, which I'm not going to show. This is it. Really thick cover, really thick vinyl, and you can see my number is 4,276 out of 5,000. Not a great number, but still really glad to have it. Comes with a thick stiffener, and original inner. This record is like 200 gram, and it sounds absolutely amazing. The only thing I didn't like about this when I played it, and I've played it completely, and I just changed my stylus out less than, I'd say, 2 months ago. I noticed that even on this really nice one that I know is unplayed, there's no spindle wear, there's no scratches on it whatsoever. There's still quite a bit of sibilance on Lovely Rita, and I'm not sure if that was just in the production of it, but I noticed in my other copies there's not nearly as much sibilance. This one, even though everything on it sounds a lot better, there's just a lot of sibilance on Lovely Rita. So you know, not much you can do about that, but the rest of it sounds absolutely phenomenal. Here's my CD copy of it from a bootleg mono box I have. It's mini LP. It comes with cutouts, but not in an inner sleeve. They do a good job for this for a bootleg. I mean, they're considered enough to throw in like cutouts, and it doesn't have the inner sleeve, but you know, this could almost pass off as real if the, you know, if it had the inner sleeve, which I remember I made a video on it a while ago, like I'm gonna print up inner sleeves one day. That never happened. But yeah, pretty cool, sounds nice, and that's what matters. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this video, and I'd like to thank Beetle Vinyl 85 for making his video, which inspired me to do this. His video is great, so definitely check it out. It's a 2-part series. He even shows his Strawberry Field singles. So thank you guys so much for watching.